Yay, there's people here. Hello. Hi, Jean. Is it Jean or Jeannie?
Hi, my name is Ted.
Hi, Ted. Nice to meet you. So we're just going to orient today.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. I'm going to wait a little bit for some latecomers to pop in, and hopefully we don't have a two-room accident going on because technology. Yay.
Good afternoon, Amber.
Yay, people.
Hi, Amber.
Hello, Judy. Good to see you. You
Oh, wow.
orientation already, Miss Judy, right?
That's right. I had your orientation yesterday and you graded it already.
Excellent. So I'm just going to review the same stuff today. So
Miss
want to go
Miss
play?
Amber, I missed your orientation, by the way.
Oh, no, we're going to do it again right now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so if you were here yesterday, Judy was here yesterday, you can go. You don't have to stay and hang out with us. I'm going to go over the same stuff.
So
And then
you're not going to do exercise today?
on Thursday, I'll do it because this orientation is for the Tuesday, Thursday people who couldn't do yesterday.
Got it. So I will leave, but I'm happy everything's working out. See you later.
Good to see you again, Judy, and I'll see you on Thursday.
Okay, bye.
Ooh, somebody's a SpongeBob fan. Hello, Orlando. Yay. There's Alexis. Hi.
Hi.
Val. Are you here again? You can't get enough of my orientations, can you? Yay. All right, I'm going to just let some more folks come in. You were here earlier, so you don't have to do another orientation today. You only need to do one orientation for each class. So we're going to go over the same Canvas-y stuff, but it's nice if you want to meet people too. Okay, so now we have some folks. So if you haven't done orientation for yoga yet, you're in the right place. And can everybody, this is going to be how we do, how I take roll for a live Zoom classes is please type into the chat, which the button is down below, probably right around there. And let me know whether you are in the Monday through Thursday 1 unit class or if you're enrolled in the half unit class that's just Tuesday, Thursday. And then at the end of our Zoom, I'll look in the chat to see that everybody's checked in at the beginning and checked out and which class is which.
If we watched
Yes,
the recording
Janelle is doing it right.
If we watched the recording yesterday and we submitted it on one of the assignments, do we still need to stay and be a part of a Zoom?
That's a good question. So you watched the orientation from yesterday?
Yeah, so I missed the Zoom, and so I watched the video and submitted the picture that we were told to do. Because you told us to take a picture of our pet to show that we
yes. That's
Yeah.
excellent. Yes, no, that'll work fine. Unless you have any questions. And since it sounds like some of you guys have already done orientation, so I think we'll have a little time to say hello, which is nice too.
And so that means we don't need to submit anything else with the exception of Thursday, correct?
Correct. So each assignment right now is for a specific day. So who is this that's talking to me? Is it Orlando?
Oh, it's Daniel.
It's Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. I can't see you on this screen just now. So Daniel, each assignment has a specific day. So the orientation, if you're in the Monday, Wednesday, are you in the 1 unit or the half unit class? Daniel.
Oh, sorry, my Wi-Fi cut out. My bad. Yes, it's Daniel. Sorry.
So are you in the full unit or the half unit class?
I'm in the full unit class.
So full unit people have 4 workouts a week.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 playlists and 2 Zooms, and your orientation is one of those.
Right.
And the Tuesday, Thursday people are just 2 workouts a week.
Yeah. So what I'm asking is, since we have an assignment for every day of the week, and you told us that until Thursday, it's all going to be orientation. Does that mean we should need to submit one of the assignments?
Yeah, you've already done your orientation Zoom because you watched it retroactively. So you're good for that one. So then there's 2 playlists for you. And then on Thursday at this time, we'll actually do yoga.
Okay, I got confused too. I thought it started today.
It will only be confusing this week, hopefully. She
Yoga
said,
starts on Thursday.
setting herself up for failure.
So we start on Thursday.
So for you
3 to
1 unit
5.
people, you have a playlist already.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna go ahead and start my share screen because you guys have a real and appropriate question that I can answer visually. Okay. So 1 unit people,
Mhm.
5872, I think that's you. So you have orientation. So those of you who've done that already, you're good. And then yoga class 1 is a playlist. So if you want to go actually start working out, you have yoga class 1 and 2. And then this yoga Zoom B will be our Thursday at this time. And you can come and join us live, which is fun, or you can do it remotely after Thursday at like 5 is probably when it'll get posted. Does that help you guys?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes
Are they 1 unit people? Okay.
So the yoga class 1 is due today and the yoga class 2 is due tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then everything is divided by week right now because we're a 6-week class. So you have all of this week and until next Friday to finish those things. So you have basically 2 weeks for each week except the last one to get your stuff done.
Okay, so then essentially the 26th is the last day that I have to finish.
I think it's the 24th.
Okay.
Oh, let's check. And there's an easier way to answer that question, which is an excellent question. So over here, I went to the assignments page, and then you can see the available due date for every assignment.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only take like 1 unit for this class, so I have to attend one time once a week, right?
No. 1 unit class in the summer in 6 weeks, we would normally be doing yoga for 8 hours a week.
Oh.
So Ted, you haven't been through these people who are asking questions. They were here yesterday. So let me start you from the beginning because I'm going to go through everything all over again.
Okay.
Okay, one more question.
Don't worry if
then.
you're feeling lost.
One more question and then I'll hop off because I thought today we were doing yoga. But so then the B is what is the live Zoom. Is that correct?
Yes. So
Okay.
A for you Monday through Thursday people is whichever orientation you can make it to.
Okay.
So you today, Valeria, or is it Valeria or Valeria?
Oh, you can call me Val.
Val? Okay, so Val, if you want to go work out, then go ahead and go to this yoga class
Okay.
1.
For yoga class 1. Okay,
Yeah.
great. And then we'll start 3 to 5 on Thursday.
The ones that say yoga class are pre-recorded.
Okay.
They're just a playlist, and there's some me stuff and some other teachers. And then the Zoom ones are the ones that I'm going to do live on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem. See, it was worth coming. You had more questions.
Thank you. See you on Thursday.
Okay, see you on Thursday, Daniel.
Bye.
All right, everybody else. Let's start from the top. Yes. I'm going to stop this for a hot second and just say hi. Hi. Hello. So I'm Amber Steele, and I am a full-time instructor at Skyline. Hello, Sarah. So I've been there now for like 11 years, which is kind of crazy. I can't believe I passed the 10-year mark now. But I teach yoga and Pilates and tons of dance. So mostly what I do at Skyline is tons of dance 100 dance appreciation classes. And then I'm starting a new jazz dance streets to stage humanities class, which is going to explode my brain this summer. And then I'm teaching yoga with you guys. So there's there's technically 6 sections in here. So there's the Monday through Thursday class for 1 unit, which some of you are enrolled in yoga 1, 2, or 3. And then there's another set of sections, which is Tuesday, Thursday for a half a unit, which is also there's 1, 2, and 3. And if you've never taken a activity class in the district before, you should know that we used to just let you take the classes all the time and just say, this is yoga. And you guys would show up and I would look at what your needs are and cater to all the levels that show up on that particular semester. So that's always been the way that we've taught it. But when we had the big recession in 2008, oh my gosh, it's been that long already. The state wanted to make a limit on how many times people could take a class. And that's when we put the levels in. And they're still all happening at the same time. We're still teaching all level classes. So whenever you're enrolling for an activity course like this, like a fitness 1, 2, 3 or weightlifting 1, 2, 3, it's about how many times you get to take the course and they have to be in order. So that's just kind of FYI. I'm going to work with you and meet you wherever you're at. It's not about, especially in yoga, this is not about competing with other people, or even sometimes I don't really feel the urge to compete with other people, but I sometimes feel the urge to compete with myself. That's not the point in yoga. The point is for you to feel like you're having a good time, getting stronger, having some relaxation, getting some more flexibility, and to like get to know your body and have a little break from, you know, all of that chaos that's happening out there. So welcome.
Thank you.
For those of you who are just taking Tuesday, Thursday afternoon, we're going to meet here on Zoom for like an hour and a half during these times. And I am going to actually take roll during this time. So the way, in case you missed that at the beginning, because I know we have a couple folks who just came back in, the way that I am going to take roll is that at the beginning of the class, I want you to please check in and tell me if you're in the half unit or the full unit. And then I'll ask you guys to check in on the chat again at the end. And then that little chat thing is what I'll take roll from right afterwards and enter your stuff. So hello, Olivia.
Hi.
So if you make it live to the Zoom, which is optional, if you make it live, then you do not need to submit documentation for being here. You just need to check into the chat at the beginning of the event. Yeah? If you can't make it live, then what we're going to talk about today is how you submit documentation that you're doing this stuff on your own. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm just going to check chat here because I see there's some questions. Adriana, no problem if you're working through your camera right now. Yeah, I know. 8 hours a week is crazy, right? So it's not that much in this format because I know it takes you time to document. Okay. All right. So I am going to share my screen and just rush past the info on the course. Okay. Share screen button. Okay. Here we are. So have most of you guys poked into Canvas before at least once, or are there some really new folks who've never done the canvassing? Hold on, I'm gonna auto mute you today, but I'm gonna let you guys unmute yourselves as you want. Yeah, just because of feedback. Okay. So if you want to say something out loud, you can unmute yourselves today. It's in the participants list and there's a little microphone there. When we're doing, I mean, I will probably do that in general while I'm teaching. And let's all cross our fingers that we don't get any Zoom bombers. Okay, so here is the Canvas course as it looks to me. So I can see everything that's set up for the whole semester, but you guys can't see it that way yet. So I'm gonna go to your view in a hot second and show you that part. But for right now, this week, please look through your syllabus information. So I emailed it out, but it's also kind of posted into this first section just to see if you have any questions. So for all of you guys, 70% of your grade is going to be doing the workouts. 20% are these small quizzes, little discussions, written assignments. And all of those quizzes in the summer semester, you can just retake them as many times as you want until you get 100%. So they're mostly like 5 to 10 questions based on the reading. They're not supposed to be stressful. It's just like to give you information. Yeah, so don't worry about that. There's no final in this summer semester, so no big project-y thing. What we have at the end is a self-assessment survey, and it's credit, no credit. So just don't forget to do it. But like, it'll be open probably the last week and a half of classes, and it's got multiple choices, so you can ask yourself whether you feel like you got a lot out of this class and what your effort levels were. And that's really just so that you sort of have a sense of how you're taking the class. And then there's a big empty write-in spot where you can write me anything you want in feedback about how the class went, or whether you hate Zoom or love Zoom or whatever, because it's that self-assessment survey is totally like, if you do it, you get 100%. So please be honest and help me teach better in the future, yeah? Okay, so this is a fun part to read through, fun. There's lots of stuff here that's about, you know, cell phones. I think I took most of that stuff out since we're not in the classroom. I'm not going to notice if your cell phone rings probably, but it's really much nicer for you guys to get a more complete sort of deep dive into your workout if you turn off the distractions as much as possible. But of course, also, we don't have real space. So if your pet comes to visit you in the middle of you working out, or your family interrupts yourself, you know, just try and take a nice breath and not worry about it. I don't expect anybody to be wearing makeup and looking fabulous. We're all at home sheltering in place in our pajamas, and that's fine. Yeah? Okay, so please just take a moment and read over this stuff in case there's any info that helps. Fun fact here, just a word on, at the end of a yoga class, we often put our hands together and say namaste, and it means that I'm honoring you guys for teaching me to be a better teacher and vice versa. But this hand motion in Western culture is often interpreted as a religious thing, and so we just want to make it clear that it's not a religious class, even though you might have an emotional or psychological experience that might be spiritual to you. I'm going to teach it from a generally, this is about your body and about learning to meditate, but not a religious standpoint. Okay. Let's go back to, so you can move through the class either by hitting the next button, and there's just all of this resources is mostly what this first module is all about. So that's all there for you guys to see. We have moved most of our support services at Skyline College online since we went into shelter in place. So there's links for tons of that stuff. SparkPoint is still doing a lot of their work with help with financial counseling. And I don't know if we have the farmers market food thing going on at Skyline yet, but if you are having food issues, there is one at CSM. And so the district is really like taking a lot of the money that came from the federal government and giving it back to students, because we know a lot of you guys have had job stuff happen. So that's the place to look for that. Is SparkPoint, I think, is a good starting point. And then mental health also, I'm a huge fan of talk therapy. So mental health is now available by phone. So if you want to talk to someone about how stressful this whole situation is, Perry Chen is out there. You can just call him up and he'll call you back and set up an appointment, and it's all confidential and free, which is amazing. All right. So you have this classmate support and suggestions board assigned this week. And this is really just a place for you guys to say hello. I love fuzzy animal pictures, so feel free to share a fuzzy animal picture. And this is just a extra credit one, but it's also, if you can't get a hold of me for some reason, I mean, I should be online a lot this summer, but if you have a question about what are we doing this week or how do I do whatever, you can check in here and answer each other's questions, and I'll give you a couple points here and there for helping each other out. Okay, back to home. All right, so this is the teacher view. So there's this left-hand bar, which is sort of the full Canvas menu, right? Your dashboard is where you see all your classes. There's a calendar where the assignments show up. This inbox is the best way to email me. You can email me directly, but the inbox will basically also email me, and it'll keep a little backup version of our conversation. So it's okay to email me directly, but inbox is sort of a double whammy. You don't need to do both. Yeah. If you are looking, this is the menu for within your course, and it can disappear or not by toggling this stack of pancakes, as they call it. That's the technical term, I swear, which is hilarious. And you'll notice that the stuff on the right sort of appears or disappears. So if you are looking for the stuff that's normally on the right, it's probably at the bottom of the page. And that can also be affected by how wide your screen is. So if it's really narrow, like if you're on a phone, it looks totally different. And then all of this menu ends up at the top. So just in case you get lost. So I'm going to switch to student view now. Dun, 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 dun. So here's what you guys see, which is different than what I see. And you can see there's this basic info stuff. I'm going to leave that open the whole semester, and you can toggle it shut if you want to. And then each week is going to have a letter for orientation. Yeah. So we have a 6-week session in the summer. And so it's A through F, I guess. So each week you're going to have an orientation for and workouts for each one. Right now I'm looking at the 1-unit class. So if there's a lot here and you're in just Tuesday, Thursday, that's why. So the 1-unit people who are normally, we would be meeting 4 days a week for 2 hours each day. Those folks have 4 workouts per week. So there's 2 playlists, which are it just says yoga class number 1 and yoga class number 2. And there are 2 Zooms. And the Zooms are going to be during the scheduled time for the Tuesday, Thursday people, which is this I just have it 3 to 4:30 is what it is. There's also each week usually assignment list. It's probably not perfect, but it should kind of summarize what's going on. Some sort of reading and or quiz or activity, and also an extra credit class. So if, for example, you missed both of the Zooms, or there's some technical difficulty and the Zoom class didn't save and like it's all frustrating, each week there is an extra class here that is listed as 0 points where you can do something else to fill in that gap. Does that make sense? Yeah. So don't freak out if technology is fighting with you. Just go ahead and file it in this week's extra credit. So all of the week's assignments are due. They have a due date, which you can see in this is the modules view. You can see the due date, and that's when I would be teaching it. So for the Zooms, it's also which of the Zooms is on that assignment. So let's dive in here. Here's week A. And again, this is the full unit class, so it's more than the half unit class. So I tried to make a little summary. So there's the review your orientation, read the 7 moving principles. This is a link just to your module, so it's got all the workouts for the week there. Introduce yourself, that'll give you some extra credit points. And then you guys are all doing this right now, which is to come to the Zoom orientation. So that'll count as your first meeting. And so let's talk about what happens if you can't be there live, yeah? So this Zoom link is the same as this Zoom address over here on the left. So if you're going to a live Zoom class, you're going to be in sync with us. Either of these will take you there. And then you can see anything that's going to happen or is happening in your upcoming meetings tab. If you have missed it, there's these two tabs. So you can go to the cloud recordings and you can see the Zooms that you've missed. So is there anything here from the 15th? Yes. For example, can we go there? Boink. There's the recording from yesterday's orientation. So if you wanted to watch it asynchronously, that's one way to find it. And the other way to find it is, I'm coming back to the assignment, that I take the video and I put it on a YouTube playlist. And these YouTube playlists are unlisted, so you can't find them unless you have the direct link. And I usually try and grab just the speaker view. So unless you're speaking or sharing your screen, then you, for the most part, won't show up here. It's okay if you want to stay anonymous and not be even unlisted in the mysteries of YouTube. You don't need to feel obligated to share your video while we're Zooming. So this one, for example, you can see, I'm talking about the same thing we're talking about right now, but you can see it's just me showing. It's not like most of you can probably see each other's faces right now in our Zoom on the side of the screen. But the one I upload, I try my best to just put me up here so you guys aren't advertised. And if you were doing a choose your own adventure, for example, an extra credit class, and you were looking for something to do and you wanted to do another live class, these are old yoga live classes. And you can see that they're, all these ones that say yoga with Amber are classes. And this one that's an orientation says orientation, but you're welcome to poke around in there. And then, so once you've done the workout, let's talk about how you document your workout. Yes? So for this is for the asynchronous people. If you're here with me live, I'm going to take credit for you, or I'm going to take roll for you. So if you miss it or you're doing it on your own time, you want to choose 2 out of the 3 options. So you want to do 2 out of the 3 options. You want to find an app on your phone that documents the date and time. If you have a heart rate monitor, it's so much easier because you can post, and here's the thing that I want to see a real date, because sometimes it just says today. So real date, please, the time of the workout, and then some sort of a heart rate graph, or in a moment we'll talk about if you don't have a heart rate monitor. So these are these are the Apple ones. These are 2 other examples I've seen uploaded that all work fine. It's nice if it has location on it, but it's not mandatory. And I'm going to send out a spreadsheet that kind of reviews. The department made a list of different heart rate monitors if you don't have one and you're looking for one at different price points, but it is not required. So if you're not working with a heart rate monitor to track yourself, you can take it manually by putting your 2 fingers in between your throat and your diagonal neck muscle. And for 15 seconds, you just count the heartbeats in 15 seconds. So if you're doing it manually, you want to do it 3 times in the workout. And some of the workouts I'll actually say like, hey, now's a good time, but not all of them. I didn't always remember. Okay, so screenshot of workout app is one of the 3 options. The second is 3 pictures of yourself doing poses from the workout. So if you're doing a screenshot while you're watching Zoom, make sure that I can actually see you doing the move, not just me doing the move. And you can also just take a selfie, and you can do that before or after. For the live Zooms, I'm usually going to tell you which poses I want to see, because I'm going to try and give sort of the same, I'm going to focus on those poses and give some feedback. Yeah, so 3 pictures of yourself is an option. There's me taking a yoga class on my computer with Mr. Milk, who's my assistant teacher. He will be here later in the week. Sweaty selfies are totally welcome. Like, I don't expect anybody to look pretty at all. Let me just say that again, because I know it can be embarrassing sometimes to take pictures of yourself. You don't have to include your face. You don't have to feel like you need to look any particular way. I'm really just trying to have an opportunity to talk to you about alignment and safety issues. So that's what it's really about. And then option number 3, so you're doing 2 out of 3. Option number 3 is a written summary of your workout. So you want to tell me maybe 7 things that we did overall in the workout, and then try and focus again on those 3 poses that I will bring up. Yeah. And when you're talking about the 3 poses, what I'd love to hear from you is, how was it for you today? Because we'll do some of the same things throughout the semester as you're building strength. And I would love it for you guys to get a sense of how your improvement is going. So that's what I'd like to hear about there. The easiest way to do this documentation is to first put it on like a Word document or a PDF, because there are some file formats that don't upload as well to Canvas. And so if you are thinking about just doing it the easiest way, I would take your cell phone photos and just put them all into a Google Doc or something and upload it all at once. And that works better, we've found, because some cell phones do the .heic format, and that one doesn't work as well on here. So that's what folks found. Like a rich text file, .rtf or .doc or .pdf are the easiest ones. And then this is the bottom of the screen here is the rubric that I use to score if I'm scoring your documentation. So each workout is worth 10 points, but you'll notice that this rubric total is 15 points. So remember, you only have to do 2 out of 3 or just show up. So if you show up and take the Zoom class with me, I'm just going to plug you 10 points in. But if you do 3 out of 3, or if you show up in the Zoom, but then you really want some feedback and you send me some pictures and some questions, I can give you on any of the workouts up to 15 points. So there's extra credit option built in to every workout, which is cool. There's so much extra credit in this class, it's out of control. So that's true on all of them. So next I'm going to scooch over to, this is the playlist one. So if you are in Tuesday, Thursday class, you're not going to see any of these playlist assignments. You're just going to see the Zoom options. And in the extra credit option for each week, there's a link to where all these playlists are if you want to do more stuff for fun. But like, don't just ignore this section if you're in the half unit class. So documenting your workout works the same way. There's these same option of it getting extra credit. That's all the same. It's just that if it says yoga class number 1, it's not a Zoom, it's just a YouTube playlist. And so the YouTube playlist looks like this. So there's some video from me teaching earlier in the semester, and then there's some video from other teachers who I've taken classes from that I really like. So it's kind of fun because you get some more variety that way. The other thing that's nice is that on some of these playlists, and you'll see some of them during our live Zooms, because I will play you some videos from earlier because I am not able to do everything that I can do normally because I am pregnant. So when we get to the stage that we're going to do a little bit more challenging stuff, I might share some videos of me teaching earlier in the semester because it's getting a little difficult for me to move. I'm about 6, almost 7 months now. So I should be here with you all semester, but I'm gone in the fall because I'll be busy. So you'll see a little bit of those older videos, but for the most part, Tuesday, Thursday time, I'll do what I can. We'll all learn what that is. I don't know what that is anymore. Okay, so that's all of that. And then there's the little readings and little quizzes. and the extra credit classes. So I think that's all of your Canvas stuff.
For next week?
For this week, this is your orientation material. So come say hi to your friend. And then this is, the week is by letter. So this is week A.
Week A. Until like Saturday, right?
Yes. So I usually think of it as ending on Friday just because I try not to answer emails on the weekend because I can be a little bit of a workaholic and boundaries are healthy. But yeah, so Monday,
can I have your
go ahead, Ted.
Can I have your email?
Yes, but let me also show you this.
Yeah.
Little inbox thing here on the left. It probably, hold on, let me leave student view because that's breaking it right now. So in the inbox section, you can compose a new message and you can, my name should come up right here, I think. Right, let's select something. Teacher. Yeah, so it's built in. And that goes directly to me. That's me. Dun, 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 dun. And that will send an email directly to my email inbox, and it also saves a copy of our whole conversation threaded here forever and ever and ever and ever. I mean, you can delete them, but but it's nice because there's a backup. And you can also find my email. I'm going to go to our Tuesday, Thursday class now. On this page, right there. Pink. Yeah. So there's your syllabus again. So this is the Tuesday, Thursday class view. And you can see you guys, oh, that's not right. This is the Tuesday, Thursday class. Oh, well, I'm not in student view. That's why it looks funny. Hold on. Student view. Okay, Tuesday, Thursday. That is the Tuesday, Thursday assignment. So you notice that you just have the Zooms. You don't have the other stuff that we were looking at in the other page. This is just a reading this week. There's your extra credit option. All of that stuff looks the same. And then here in the student view, you see that the other stuff is not visible yet. So as we move along, I will, later this week, I'll open up B. And then A will stay open all throughout next week. So if you haven't got done yet, you have an extra week to finish, which with the one exception of, so this is back in the teacher view again, our last week of class, because I have to finish grading in time. So last week of class is this F week. And normally we would just have 1 or 2 meetings. So it's just Monday, Tuesday for the last week of classes this summer. So you have until that Friday to turn everything in for the last day, but I just have our one last Zoom day there and the wellness survey scheduled. But just don't miss it because that would be sad. And I might have a baby early. I shouldn't have a baby that early, but I'm definitely going to want to wrap up my grading for sure. Yeah, so how about questions about anything at all?
So
Yes.
Yeah, assignment is we're gonna have to watch the experience and post some photo in Canvas. And
yeah,
like
so
video.
Ted, are you oh, I see a small doggy. Are you 4 days a week or are you 2 days a week?
I'm 1 unit, so 4 days.
Okay, so for 4 days a week, there's Tuesday, Thursday Zoom, which you can do on your own or with us. And then there's 2 pre-recorded video playlists. So there's 4 workouts. The pre-recorded video playlists are only about an hour. And the Tuesday, Thursday Zoom will do a little under an hour and a half because I know that it takes time for you guys to actually upload the documentation stuff. And then there's a little bit of reading, maybe a quiz. And remember, you can take the quiz like 5 times until you get 100%. So don't be stressed about those. And that's basically each week. And you can be sure about which is each week because everything is bundled in a module. Yeah. So a module is one of these chunks on the modules page. So this will be first week with the exception of this little extra credit discussion. And then this will be second week stuff. Don't worry about this looking overwhelming because this safety anatomy handout 1, 2, and 3, it's all the same as what is on this one PDF. It's just divided to be prettier. So it's not really that much reading. Week C, 1 unit people, you have 4 workouts. Half unit people, you just have 2. And then there's a little reading, and this quiz that you can take over and over again is about the readings that we've had so far. Week D, there's a little video to watch, which is pretty cool, and a little tiny 4-question quiz. Week E, there's this yoga practice quiz, and it's just some random questions about stuff we'll have been talking about in class in terms of alignment. And again, you can take it over and over again until you get an A+. And there's also like a written option of an art project. So if you, at this point, we're almost done and you've missed a whole bunch of stuff and things are locked, you can look at this art project, but it's totally optional. And then the last day is just going to be 1 or 2 classes, depending on which course you're enrollment, and the wellness survey. And that's everything. Yeah?
Okay, I got it.
What?
So every Monday through Thursday, we're gonna have to meet every 3 p.m.
No. Monday through Thursday, you can join me live on Tuesday, Thursday at 3 p.m. And or the yoga class playlists are just on YouTube. So you can do them whenever you want.
Okay.
Anytime you want it all. And that's also true of the Zooms. If you can't make it to a Zoom, it'll be recorded and you can do it after the fact. You have all the way until the next Friday to finish it. Yeah, good questions. Oh, thank you for congratulations, people.
Oh.
Hi, Alexis. Do you have a question I can answer?
I do. Okay, just to verify. So on the site itself, it says the class is Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday or something. Is that right? Or am I looking at the wrong one?
I don't know. It shouldn't say Saturday.
Okay, I was like, I'm pretty sure it was just Tuesday, Thursday, but I think it's for a different class. But anyways, so for the assignment, should I be worried that it says like missing because I didn't go to like the orientation?
Which one?
The orientation that happened yesterday at a certain time. Like,
Are you in the 4-day-a-week or 2-day-a-week?
2 days. Yeah.
So yeah, don't worry about that because it's just missing because we're doing it right now.
Okay.
And then once we're done with our orientation, I'm going to go in because you guys are here live and I will just give you the 10 points straight off the bat.
Okay, cool.
So for the folks who can't make it to any of the live Zooms, they're going to do documentation there and I'll grade their documentation submission. But for those of you who make it live, I will check roll based on you guys checking in at the beginning and end in the chat box.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Good question. What else can I help you with?
Hello, Professor. So if I would like to change the grade to pass, no pass, so do we have to do all the assignments or we only need to part of the assignments?
If you are doing pass, no pass, first of all, you change your grade within WebSmart and you should be able to do that today and I think today might be the last day. So if you want to do pass, no pass, you might want to go do it after this.
Oh, okay.
All you would have to do is your workouts. So usually pass no pass is anybody who gets 70% or better.
Mhm.
So if you were in the Tuesday, Thursday, and you just did the workouts with us and you were able to do them live, that
I'm
would
in
cover it.
I'm in the 1 unit class.
You're in the 1 unit class.
Yes.
So you're looking for 70% of the grade for a pass grade.
Pass grade.
Mm-hmm. So that would be, well, let me go back to, let's go back here. So technically pass grade would be, this is the total grade part. Oh, I should show you the other, I have one more screen to show you. So 70% of the grade would be a pass. Oh, or a D, so 60%. So you're looking for 60%. So we might as well go to the grades section. So I'm gonna go to assignments. And that doesn't need to be there. Okay, so 70% of the grade is just these online workouts. 20% of the grade is this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And 10% is your self-assessment, which is credit, no credit. So as long as you do it at the end of the semester, it's good. Nothing else here exists for you guys, so just ignore that. You can't see it on your view, it's just we're in teacher view. And if you're curious about your grade, you want to come over here to grades. This is actually really good information for everybody. So this is the grades view. Nobody has a grade yet, so don't be offended. So this is the little symbol that I haven't graded that person yet. If there's a dash, it means that nothing's been submitted. If there's a score, I will never grade something 0 points. So if you like checked in at the beginning of the Zoom and then flipped everybody off and logged out, I would still give you a point so that you knew that I had graded you. So that's how you can tell the difference. Sometimes there's like a little T symbol in there, and that probably means that I haven't graded you yet either. I wonder, let's see, student view of the grade book, because your view looks different than mine, it occurs to me. Student view, grades. Okay, now I am test student. So this is more helpful. So on your student view of the grade book, you see everything just for yourself, and it's your scores vertically. So if I've graded it, there'll be a number here. Just like Alexis was talking about, this one says missing right now because I haven't turned in a fake assignment or graded something. But the other nice thing that shows up here is that if I leave you comments or fill out a rubric score, there's a little link over here with like a button where you can see my comments. So please, please read my comments. It's so sad when I write them and they don't get seen because it's a little bit out of the way, but that's how you would find my comments. And sometimes if you, say you got a low score on something and I leave a comment, it might be like, your picture didn't come through, can you send it again? And we can update stuff, yeah? So good to know. Fun stuff there. Did I answer your question? I feel like I gave you way more info than you asked for.
I mean, if I want to get change the grade to pass no pass, can I don't do the yoga class 1 and 2? I just follow your Zoom.
If you did 2 out of the 4 workouts each week, that would give you half of 70%, which would be 35% of your grade. Plus, if you took all of the quizzes and written stuff and your survey, then that would give you another 30%, which would give you 65%, which would just barely get you there.
Oh.
But yes, you could pass if you did all of the live Zooms live and the little quizzes and the final survey. But you can see your progression. You'll be able to see your percentage of the grade as we go through.
Oh, okay. So if we follow your Zoom meeting, so we don't have to upload the document, right?
Not for the live Zoom ones. Yeah, if you're here for live Zoom, I will do that for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Any other good questions? Are we good? Are we good? Can we, cool. I'm gonna open my participant screen. If you guys wanna also, it's down there probably. Click on participants. And then I'm just gonna go down this order here. If you wanna just say hi and tell me if you've done yoga before, or just introduce yourself because it's kind of lonely right now, right? Okay, so who's at the top? Ted. Hi. Have you taken yoga before? Who are you?
Oh, I have to introduce myself.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. Yes, I have. I'm Ted. I have been here in the US just only 1 year, and I'm international student, but I'm already a resident.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I started in spring semester, and I finished ESOL 840 and ESOL 854. And I have to plan to take surgical technology.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. Have you done yoga before?
No, it's my first time.
Great. Wonderful. Awesome. Okay, Michaela is next. Are you here? She's unmuted.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. My only experience with yoga was in high school when we did like a few weeks of a yoga unit. So that's all the experience that I've had with yoga, but I'm excited for this class.
That's good. A few weeks is better than most folks who show up, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yay. All right. How about Jean? Are you a Jean or a Jeannie?
Jeannie is perfectly fine. Either way is fine, yeah. Hi, I'm Jean Enriquez, and this is Ginger right here. And she's lounging. But it's my first time taking yoga, Samber, and I'm excited. And, I'm so busy, so I'm really looking forward to learn about the basic one, about yoga.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
How about Olivia?
Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Olivia. I've taken yoga a couple of times in the past, but it was mostly in high school. So this has been a while, so I'm getting back into it again.
Who's your friend?
Oh, yeah, this is my fur child, Lulu. Everyone say hi.
Hi, Lulu.
Say hi. Look at the camera.
Yay. All right. Alexis, you're next on my list.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Alexis. I'm a returning student from Skyline. I graduated in 2019 for English, and then I'm back for the paralegal program. Yeah, so I'm really excited. But I've taken yoga before. I used to do the Bikram hot yoga with my mom. She used to, yeah, it was a lot of fun, really sweaty. Honestly, I would rather, that's a lot of fun. You sweat out all the toxins. It's super fun. But I've never done like, I guess what you would call like cold yoga. But yeah, I'm excited.
Cool. Who is next? Andy. Andy, can you say hi?
Yeah. Hi. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
So, doing good. So I think the only yoga I kind of took was when I play soccer. Me and my team, we take like some couple of yoga sessions.
Nice.
So so it could be better for us.
Flexibility wise, are you playing soccer for Skyline?
Yeah. But we just finished, and then the COVID now, so we're all in the house now. So this is like a perfect way to get the yoga done.
Yeah. I hope you guys get to play again soon.
Yeah.
Hey. All right, Connor. Are you here with us? Hello,
Yes.
sir.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Connor Oliver. This is going to be my first yoga class, so pretty excited and hoping to get more flexible and healthy.
We can do that.
Thank you.
Hannah. No, wait. Yes? Yes. Hannah? Hannah Cora? Is that you?
Oh,
There she is.
sorry, it's Hanako.
Hanako. Thank you. It's all one word over here. I apologize. There's another Hannah too, so now we're really all confused. Hanako, hi.
Hi. So I just finished my first year at UCLA, and I'm like just taking Skyline classes for the summer. And I've done some yoga before. I used to do synchronized swimming back in like high school, and we like incorporated yoga a lot into our like stuff. And I don't know. Yeah, so I have some experience, but not like too much. And I'm really
Are
excited.
you local right now, or are you down at UCLA still?
No, I had to move back to my house. Yeah. Yeah.
Things are hard.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can make your summer fun then.
Thank you.
Okay, how about the actual Hannah Chung?
Hi.
Hi.
I don't think I've ever really taken an actual yoga class. The closest thing I ever did was like probably track stretches like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping to get like also like way more flexible
Cool.
this class.
So you used to do track?
Yeah.
That's hardcore. Love it. Well, welcome, Hannah. We will stretch you out for sure. Who is the magical iPhone? iPhone. I'm gonna try unmuting you. Are you here, iPhone?
Oh, hi. Yeah, I guess that's me. Sorry. Hi. It's Abby Avalos. I'm in the half unit 2-day class. I tried taking one of your classes before. I think it was Pilates. But I was having a really hard time managing working and going to school. So I couldn't complete that semester. So I'm back now and excited to take a yoga class. I've lost 100 pounds on my own, but I think just trying to be flexible and learning to, especially because I have some hip issues now, I think yoga would be super helpful for me.
Yes. Awesome. So this is a good time for me to remind everyone, if you have specific like obstacles with your body or things that don't feel right, yoga should never ever be painful. We might be in a pose for a long time and it gets tiring, or like maybe like, oof, my muscle is getting tired, but it should never be sharp pain. So if you ever feel that something doesn't feel right, just ease out partially from that stretch or pose. You don't need to be in it as deeply as someone else is. And then please ask me about it, because I normally am seeing you guys all in class and I can look across the room and be like, okay. Oh, let me go help that person. And that is way harder for Zoom. So don't be afraid to ask me. If something is weird and it doesn't feel right, I usually have like 4 other options for you to do that work with different levels and different people's bodies. So please, I'll need you guys to talk to me more than normal just because of the Zoom format. Please. Janelle, you are next. Janelle. Hi. Oh, we have a hand up. Do we have a chat? I'm gonna try and unmute you, Janelle. Oh, we got a checkbox.
There we go. Hi.
Woohoo! Got it.
Having difficulties. Hi, I'm Janelle. I haven't really done a yoga class before. The most yoga that I've done has been like off and on for a week, and that's it.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome, Janelle. Glad to have you. Jonas.
Hello, I'm Jonas, and I've never really done yoga before, but I've always been into like fitness, and I've always been interested in yoga, so I'm excited to get started.
Cool. Welcome, Jonas. Michaela. Unmuting Michaela. Let's see if she's here. There she is.
Oh, I already went, but I can always introduce myself again.
Hi, you're ready. Michaela, go ahead.
So I'm in the full unit class.
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned that I took yoga in high school for like a little bit.
Oh, yes, you did. Sorry, I guess this participants list is reshuffling. I just thought I had two Michaelas.
It's okay.
Well, thank you for reintroducing yourself. How about Samantha and other Kelly person? Oh, weird. I can't hear you just yet. You're unmuted, but I can't hear you. Oh. Aha. Could just barely hear you guys. Can you guys hear them? I can't hear them. I think your little speakers are not communicating with your Zoom. You're unmuted, but I wonder if it's trying to use a different speaker than your
Can you hear us?
Ah!
Yes. Is that better? Okay.
Yes.
So, my name is Sam. I am the least fit and the least flexible person I think I've ever come across
No.
in my life. I have done yoga a very long time ago, but only a little bit. So I'm looking forward to trying to get back into it again. Be a bit more flexible.
Wonderful. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Joanna. I'm her daughter.
Hi, Joanna.
So I used to dance growing up, and I used to be kind of flexible, but I lost the flexibility when I stopped. But I'm excited to do this.
Yay! It will come back.
Yeah.
So you guys, I think Sam emailed me earlier and said that both of you guys are going to be on the same screen, which is totally awesome. But if you can remember to put both of your names in the chat check-in, that will help me not goof up your attendance.
Okay.
I'm so glad we got to hear your voice. We would have missed out on that excellent accent. Okay, I think we have Orlando, and that might be everybody. Hi.
Can you hear me? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Right. So I'm Orlando, Jacob Aquino, and I personally want to take yoga because I noticed, okay, my joints and like my movement, it's getting really stiff. I used to have when I was running back in like high school about 2 years ago, I used to have like really flexible joints, and I would feel like running would feel good. Now it's like, it feels good, but I have to put in that extra effort because it's not as loose anymore. I was like lifting boxes with my boyfriend the other day, and I was like, wow, I feel way too stiff lifting these boxes, and I was like, okay, sorry, I can't help anymore. So hopefully when I take this class, I can lift a 10-pound box at the least, maybe.
Yes. I think that is a reasonable goal.
Goals. All right.
Yay, love it. Okay, did we miss anybody? Sarah, we haven't heard from Sarah Carlson yet. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, I am Amber's neighbor.
Yay.
Yay. And I've done yoga, I think I did yoga in the 7th grade, and then a little bit in high school, and a little bit with Amber, and that's about the limit.
Awesome.
We've done some yoga, Thanksgiving Day yogas with my aunt.
Aw.
Own before you eat.
Yes, that's a good piece of advice. When we're in the fall semester, I always do a Thanksgiving dinner secrets yoga class because there's actually a pose. I cross my heart, I didn't make this up. There's a pose called the wind relieving pose. which is helpful for Thanksgiving Day when you sneak off into the other room and you're like, I'm so stuffed. Cool. All right. So we got Michaela, Jonas, Jean, Janelle. We got Janelle, right? We got Abby, Hannah, Hanako, Connor, Andy, Alexis, Tet, and me. That's everybody. Cool. Okay, so I think we've covered everything and we got to say hello to some folks here, which is great. So go ahead and type your checkout info into the chat and you can ask me any other questions you have. You have done the orientation Zoom. So there's more than one of them this week. You don't need to do another one, but I will actually do some yoga with you on Thursday live.
Thursday, Thursday 3 p.m., right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you're in the 4-unit class, you can do the 2 playlists anytime this week that you want to. And then if you can make it on Thursday live, that's great. And if you need to do it, the video will probably be uploaded by 5. I'm trying to upload the video and take roll at the end of each Zoom. So there's a little bit of a delay, but it should show up. Any other questions, guys?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So nice to see you.
It's nice to see you guys too. I know, like real humans.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Amber. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Good to see your faces.
Hey, Amber.
Uh-huh.
I was kind of late, so when you want us to check in for each class, what do you want us to type in exactly?
Your which class you're enrolled in, whether it's the 4-day a week or just the 2-day a week.
Okay. And do we have to type our name or something?
It depends on what you show up on. So like, for example, Abby is just logged in as iPhone. So for Abby, I saw you say excited for Thursday, but if you can put your name as well, that would be great. Also, if you sign in to Zoom before you start the app, that usually fixes things.
Okay.
And if you guys want to update your freeze picture, like Andy has a picture listed there, it's under the video little caret thing down at the bottom. Yay!
Okay.
Awesome. Anybody else? I haven't out-talked myself yet. Sam, I see you saying something, but you're on mute, so I don't know if you're talking to me. Hi. That's okay.
So once we've typed in our checkout, do we then sign up? Like,
Yeah, you guys are welcome to go today, and I will see you on Thursday.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, ladies.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Sarah. Bye, Ted. Thank you. Bye, Hannah. Bye, Jean. Yay.
See you Thursday.
See you Thursday. All right, now I'm going to take roll.